Hello, 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 you most beautiful stars. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can make the light a little. Ooh, that's a lot of light. I don't know what I want to do with the light. I'm good. I'm groovy. Happy Sunday. Sunday. So, normally, hello, and if you're new here, I'm Courtney, the Stars of Morning Light. We have a great time over here. Oh, yes, we do. Um Normally, this is an Akashic message, but I gotta tell you, folks. So, I'm going to be in the Akashic like all the time this coming week. I got a lot going on, but the message that they want me to give actually was brought to me through my dreams, and I have not figured that one out yet. I'm not a dream worker. I kind of usually don't pay attention to my dreams, honestly. Um, but about 2 days ago, as I'm coming to, right, um, a voice went, "You need to thank your dreams." And I went, "Whoa, okay." And with a knowing sense that, yeah, you got 1 million downloads tonight, and I went, "Okay, thank you, dreams. Thank you, this. Thank you, that." Like, okay. And then last night, um, it was very much told to me that the message needs to be about the new moon and the full moon, which I'm going to assume are the ones that are coming, and something else that I tried to research this morning, and I don't know where they're going because it was in my dream. I'm not a dream analyzer. I don't sit and hang out with them. So I need some more time, folks. I need some time and thank goodness I will be in the Akashic a lot this week. So I'm going to be like, hey, a little help here. Because whatever you do in my dreams, you can just tell me in person. You can just tell me here. You can tell me wherever I'm at. I love dream workers. It's just not my jam. If I need to, I can kind of do all right. But most of the time, I don't really pay dreams, I don't pay them too much attention. So this message actually today is more so what's kind of been on the lips and hearts of a lot of people lately. I mean, I've had what is going to be discussed today, different variations of the same conversation over and over again for at least 4 days now. And it's also can piggyback off of the most delightful, lovely show I was a part of last night on Milky Way Soul Tribe with Trina Phoenix and Robert. It was a lovely time, and I thank you. It was beautiful. I don't believe the link is in the description. I'll put the link in after this because it was a good time and it was a good show and a lot of good stuff was said. So go to Milky Way Soul Tribe and subscribe and watch and check out what Robert's doing. Actually, and while you're at it, if you haven't subscribed to Stars of the Morning Light yet, yeah, hit that bell, ring my bell, subscribe. I am one person away to 300, which I know sounds like a little number, but I'm going to be doing my little party dance when I hit 300. I'm going to be doing my little party dance because this is work, guys, and that because I know 300 can then become 600 and 600 can become 1200 and so on and so forth. So yeah, anybody that's catching this, ring my bell, ring it. If you don't know what Stars of Morning Light is, I usually I'm more known for my Emerald Tablets work. That is live on Fridays at 11. For those who already are down with the tablets and hang out with me, Friday the 23rd, and there is a post in the comments, or not, the community here on the YouTube page, that day live at 11. I'm not going to be reading from the tablets. I'm actually going to be doing a discussion on the self pyramids. And I'm not going to be able to cover all of what goes on with pyramids. That's a lengthy topic, but I'm going to be talking about that and answering questions about the tablets. It's going to be a Q&A. And I'll be here. I know it's the holidays. I'm here. Why not? I love you guys. You beautiful stars. That's right. So go to the community section of the page. It's that, I have a post there saying, hey, leave me your questions in the comments. So do that, please, because I will be looking at them and we're going to do the Q&A. And even if you can't catch it that day, it'll be there. And also, I'm doing my gift certificates now because my prices are going up February 2nd. Get a gift certificate now for a Karmic Quantum Timeline Cleanse, for an Akashic reading, for any service, really. The gift cards work like this. Holiday gift cards sold between now and January 5th, valid through April 1st. $55 gets you any service. That's how I'm rolling. And it goes up, though, all of my prices go up significantly February 2nd. So treat yourself now. That's how you can do it, or treat somebody else. So, hey, Max. Hi, sweetheart. Max Vision remote viewing class is in the chat. How you doing, Max? Happy holidays, darling. Today, like I said, this is not from the Akashic because they actually were delivering a lot of messages to me in dreams. I'm not a dream person, so I need a moment to figure those ones out. And so today, this has been on the lips and hearts of many a people. And I'm going to kind of do a whole bunch of rambling of connecting dots for folks. I mean, I had the show with Trina and Robert last night on the Milky Way Soul Tribe. Lots were being said about it. I had a conversation this morning. I've had 3 or 4 in the past, like I said, about 4 days. So 2023, yeah, it's coming. Can't fight the inevitable. Can't deny the inevitable. It's going to be another year. There's a lot of concern on people, with people, when the energies that are available, Sundays are also energy readings. The energies that will be available, and I mean, actually, let's just talk about one big wave of conscious energy. And when I say wave, it's because it's going to kind of do a wave. It'll come up, it'll go down, it'll be kind of more of a wave instead of like just one clean sweep, right? There's going to be a massive one in particular to counteract the other massive one. So we're going to focus on the one of hope and how that can play out, opposed to the one of fear. Of course, it's always fear, right? So let's just talk about the negative for just a moment. 2023 is going to have a lot of whole new different technology, different placements of technology that many are going to be vastly opposed to, and many are also not going to see any problem with it. And it is, of course, like we just said, fear and control. And we have to be eyes open to, and it's not going to just be like one form. I'm saying there's many different technical technologies happening, right? So that's going to be a massive wave, a massive one in 2023. what's the wave then to counteract it? You can't have negative without positive, and you can't have the end without the beginning, and you can't have the beginning without the end, and you can't have cause without effect. I mean, you can't have it's how it works, right? So what's the positive that gets to roll through? And that's what we want to look at. That's what we want to talk about, because that's what we do on this channel. We focus on the solutions, right? There's going to be a wave of consciousness for the individuals, for the homes, for businesses, for families, for everyone, if they are aware of it or not. And we are going to perceive it as this is out of necessity. But there's actually so much inspiration. So much inspiration. And it really is the backlash energy of, well, the past few years that we've been living through, right? And things that they try to bring around the corner. This wave is going to, like I said, affect everyone if they know it or not. And we are all going to take 2023, we're all going to take 2023 and start just revising. We're going to say, damn, this rough draft really looks crappy. Let's revise. We're going to look at all components of ourselves, our home, our family. It's going to start there. Our income, all of it. It's going to start there. And we're going to go, okay, let's revise a little bit. Let's look at things, because I know, because remember, as we talked last Sunday, right now, the energy in December is to bring us clear vision as to what our needs and cares and desires and hopes are. Clear vision. And I said last week, if you are an accountant, but you want to be a chef, 2023 is the year that you're putting, everything in place to become a chef then, right? Two vastly different job titles, two vastly different skill sets, right? That's what's going to be happening. And so December is that vision. December is going, yep, you know what? Things can be okay. Things can be fine. We just need to implement some stuff. And you're starting to see the stuff. And it's also there for you and I, everyone, to start following what their true callings are, what they really want to contribute to the world with. So that is all going to be happening, okay? Individually. So I'll just speak for myself, right? So Courtney is also Stars of the Morning Light. So there's the business component, the YouTube component, right? That I'm going to be looking at and just moving, doing, changing things up, going here, going there. Then there's Courtney, my personal self, my spiritual self, my body self, my consciousness self, all of it. Okay, what are you lacking, Courtney? What have you fallen off of doing that you know is good for you? Or, hey, some people suggested this. Let's see how it feels. Let's go and try it. We're all going to be doing that on individual levels. And then the home life. And this doesn't matter if you are single. This doesn't matter if you have a partner, if you have a family, if you have kids, if you don't, if you're retired. None of that matters. Home life. How am I living? How am I living? Is the place that I'm living in, is it workable for who I am? How am I doing this? If you are in a partnership, if you are a parent, How is my family? And the guardians, the parents come together and they start going, okay, we need to start implementing this. We need to start implementing that. We need to do this. We need to do that. This is all stemming from baby awakenings that have happened throughout 2022. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. And now we're in December that's saying, yeah, you can do this. This is what it should be. So then that family does it. And even if you're single, you have a family. Most likely, you got friends, you got your tribe. What's the tribe doing, right? Then it can spread out to even, further family, like I just said, tribes, family, okay? Everybody's going to be doing this as an individual, smaller units, bigger units, and then out to community. It's going to happen. People aren't going to understand why. People are going to probably assume it's like, oh, look at the grocery stores. There's not as many supplies as before. Oh, this and that. We're going to think that's because out of lack, when really this wave of hope and consciousness that's coming through and making us readapt is actually inspiration of hope. It's a whole lot of hope because we do know what we're doing. We completely know what we're doing. So everyone's doing it. There's going to be some, moments of panic, fear, feeling betrayal. There's going to be moments of that for everyone. For the majority, there's going to be moments of that. But I'm so happy we had 2022 and all those little awakenings that were happening for people, because now we are more we have a majority that can see the writing on the wall, that can help. And as we're revising, regrouping, laying out a whole new game plan I'm no longer going to be an accountant. I'm going to be a chef. That's what I'm going to do. As we're doing that, and everyone's doing that, that means we're also going to start operating with each other differently. With the onset of all the technology, we are going to go back to just standard human communication. Just standard human communication. I was talking with someone this morning, and he was like, and you can't find any of if you try to Google any like little mom and pop, stores, you can't find them. Everything's Amazon, blah, blah. Like he was freaking out. And I'm talking to him about this process. God, I love that being. He's so beautiful. And I was talking to him about 2023. I said, yeah, but babe, this is when, in 2023, out of nowhere, you're going to be like, I haven't called my cousin Jeff in like 5 years. Or I haven't seen him. I should go see him. I should go talk to cousin Jeff. I don't know why, but we're going to follow through. Because who knows, right? And we're going to feel so inspired to do that. And as you're standing there talking to cousin Jeff knows of the best perfect little mom and pop shop that you are looking for. That's how it's going to happen. We're rebuilding the web of human communication and human connectiveness. And more people are going to start understanding how all is connected. Do you know how I live? If I need some flour, or I need a couple of eggs, I still go over to my neighbors and go, hey, I started baking this thing. Didn't realize I don't have any eggs. You got a couple of eggs for me. And they know if they need something, oh, you need sugar? Yeah, I got sugar. I still live like that. That's what I'm talking about. And I've been talking about it for months and months and months. But 2023, with us revising, starting to implement little things here and there, more of that is going to be um, coming back to how we operate. Oh, I love that, Cricket. Exactly. She brings up the gardens, and that's exactly that is what it's going to be. I mean, some of us started previous. There's going to be more people going, okay, I'll grow the corn, you grow the squash, who's growing the tomatoes? So many more people are going to be doing that. But here's, guys, it also goes down to, like when I say the individual basis, more people are waking up to understand who they are and how they operate. And when we do that, and then we start looking at, oh, and this is what I want in life, and I know I can achieve it. If you have a dream, find a team. We are going to very much also just understand how we operate as an individual and then with other people. Remember, I talk here all the time of our light shines and it reflects with another person's light. And we see their light and we're like, oh, my light likes your light. And one of the best, this might be just a ramble, but hey, that's what you're here for. What one of the best things that I know about myself is the element that controls me the most. I am fire. I am. There's no yeah, it's kind of funny how much I am fire, right? I am a Leo. I am controlled by the sun. And as I've been saying for days now, because I'm going on like day 10 with no sunlight outside, it's vastly taking its toll. Due to that, though, you know that I know this about myself. I know how my fire operates, that I rather do, let's say, business kind of work with an earth sign, period. Earth signs, for the majority, earth signs just, they get it. At least they get me. I mean, they meet me and they just get it. They get what I'm about. They get what's going on. They also get, ooh, that fire might start going. They get it. And why I love earth signs to like kind of in that relationship and friendship, don't get me wrong, definitely friendship as well, is earth signs. I can, here's an example. Yesterday we're doing we did a free to the public Reiki healing all day long. We're doing that at my friend Jamie Gray's Blue Sun Fusion studio. Jamie's an earth sign. I love Jamie. I get her, she gets me. And when I got in there, something that I had forgotten to do for like 3 weeks, I still was assuming in that day I was going to forget to do because I knew my flame was just going to be going. I knew if I'm healing these people with Reiki and you guys have never seen me do it, I knew I was going to I'm not going to even know what time it is. I'm not going to know what's going on. So I turned to my earth sign friend and I said, hey, I'm putting this in here. Remind me that these are in here for people today. And she looked at me and she's like, oh, I don't know if I'll remember. And I went, yeah, I know you will. Because she's an earth sign. Those people are already like, they're just grounded. That's who they are. They are the ground. They're built-in grounded people. So she's like, oh, I don't know if I'll remember. And I'm thinking, yeah, you are. I know for a fact you're going to remember. I'm the one that's not going to remember. And of course, got 2 hours in, there was a moment that she and I kind of crossed paths and she went, Courtney, remember blah, blah, blah. And I went, that's why I love you. Because no, I had completely forgotten. I would have forgotten again for another 3 weeks. So I love doing like business stuff with earth signs because they get me and I get them. And we work well together that way, right? But at the same time, because I know my fire, if I'm in like a group situation and somebody's saying something that my fire is ready to devour, let's say. Because when I was in my 20s, I surely didn't know myself. I will then immediately look for a water sign. I will immediately do that. I was on the phone with someone the other day. She's a Cancer, like my beloved husband, who has been protecting me from my own fire forever now, for however long we've been together. We used to have a code word. He would be able to see, I'm in my 20s, guys. He would be able to start seeing if we were at a gathering, like, oh God, she's about to just burn this entire place down. He would then just gently come up and touch my back and whisper in my ear, and we had a code word for basically meaning, we need to get out of here, Courtney, very nicely. And then when we would get in the car, I'd be like, was it that bad? And he'd be like, yeah, Court. And then I could explode all over the place in the car because he's water, he can take it. And then I'd be like, well, thanks, babe. Thank you, because I didn't want to burn those bridges as well. I burned a lot of bridges because I'm fire. It's what we happen to do until we gain maturity. But even to this day, if I'm in a gathering, people are saying or doing something that really, irritates my fire, gets my fire blazing, I then immediately look for a water sign. And I have one particular girlfriend that I was on the phone with her yesterday, and I told her, I said, you don't know that that's what you do for me. I said, why do you think I sit next to you at every gathering? Because if people are talking crazy, I then have to look at you and go, what is Brandy doing? How is Brandy handling this? Because I'm about to go crazy. And she's just water, just letting all this insanity just roll off of her like waves, just observing. There's nothing, And then I have to look at her and go, okay, she's doing the right thing here. So it can even be stuff like that. And don't get me even talking about Gemini. This is why, or not Geminis, but air signs. Air signs usually bring me my inspiration. Air. Whoa, you just lit me up with whatever's coming out of your mouth. But they can also light me up. You see what I'm saying? So even to those type of interactions, we are going to be vastly more self-aware, because that's what I was discussing all right there. I know what my fire can do in a positive way, and I know what my fire can do when I want to start burning shit down. So now I know I need a team. I know I do. I need an earth person to be like, please help me to remember to ground myself and, do things that are earthly. Please remind me to do that, because earth signs understand fire because they understand. But here's the thing, like I just said with the Cancers, or the water signs, I'm surrounded by water signs. Here's the thing about water. Water is going to calm me down. Water is going to show me how to, be a good human, be a good person, Courtney. My husband's constantly, at least once a week, you probably don't want to do it that way, Courtney. Here's the thing though, like, you have to know these people. I go to the water signs to calm me down, because if I turn to an earth sign and I turn to them and go, I'm thinking about lighting this bitch up, that earth sign will probably be like, yeah, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Because earth understands, yeah, sometimes there needs to be a controlled fire. Let's see what happens. So you have to figure out who is in your tribe, who's in your family. How do you guys operate? How do you, with your self-awareness of everything about you, yes, even the elements that affect you. You see what I'm saying? Because if we're going back to revamping everything, going back to a whole lot of the old ways, as was just mentioned with gardening, that is just mentioned with this, which is just mentioned with that, all of it stems first from self-awareness of December showing us, this is what I really want. This is what I want for me and my family. This is what I want for me and my community. And then it will go even deeper. It'll go even deeper January and February into more self-awareness of this is who I need in my life. I need these people. This is my team. January and February. And then because it's a wave, yes, March is going to try to knock you off. March is going to kind of try to be what tends to happen in March, right? March is going to try to knock you off. But you know what? When you're knocked off, you have your team. You have your tribe. When your blood is boiling and you want to be the fire and just maybe take it out on the whole world because of whatever's going on, you surround yourself with water. You surround, and I'm using me as a example here to have people understand that we are now entering into the forming and creating of what a new world will be, of what the new earth will be. And because many are still learning of their gifts and talents and skills and the powers that they really have, it actually starts at the fundamental basics. It starts as we are of nature, we look at nature, animals working together, animals doing this and that. Some animals, they don't work well together, right? Same goes for us. And the way we can notice and learn is through things like that. What are my hopes and dreams? And also, what is in me that I need to really start becoming responsible for and understanding? Like I said, start with the element that pretty much rules you. Right. And then find the people that you need to help you. It really does kind of start working this way. Oh, Joe, you're a Cancer? Yeah, darling. So, hi, Joe. Hi, everybody. We got Lucky Stone 888 in here. We got Max. We got, well, Morgan's theirs. We got Lori. Hi, guys. Hi, Joe. Joe, you're a Cancer. See, I know there's other water signs up in the chat right now too. Joe, my husband's a double Cancer, and thank God he is because, like I said, guys, when my fire might get going, I've burned a lot, especially in my younger years when I didn't understand myself. And 2022 has done this for everybody. Everybody's been like, whoa, I guess this is kind of who I am. Whoa, this is maybe some stuff about me that I'm never going to change. Like, I'm just never going to change it. Being a Leo, a lot of people see Leos as bossy and this and that and, forceful, right? That's not what we are. That's not at all what we are. But we are that flame. We actually are that lion heart. We are actually trying to think and immediately solve problems that will be the benefit for everyone. We are the lion heart. But it's backed up with a lot of passion. And so if you might be the person that's in our line that is not speaking about the benefit for everyone, yeah, our passion is going to burn you down because with lion hearts, it's about everyone succeeding, everyone getting love and prosperity. That's a true Leo. But the problem does, and why we look like we're forceful, it's the passion backing it, especially if we're in a situation that what is being said, done, or taught, what have you, is not for the benefit of everyone. We will immediately try to burn that down. That's what Leos are. Leos are the leaders because it is fundamentally in us that we have to, we always, everyone, the betterment of everyone is always on our minds. It's actually very stressful. It's very difficult. So that's what the lion heart is. That's why they are good leaders, because we don't see the difference of the benefit of, the guys out there digging the trenches for the project that needs to be done, the accountant in the office doing the work, or the person at top, including ourselves. We try to come up with solutions that are the best for everyone. That's why we are the leaders. That's why it's designed that way. And it is hard. And it is very hard when we might not be in the position to speak that, express that. That's when Leos look like they're pushy, bossy, crazy. It's just when we disagree because we're fixed signs. Oh, we disagree. But then we get with people like the Joes, like the Luckies. Lucky's a water sign too. I just spilled your beans, Lucky. We get with that. Why do you guys think I talk to Lucky like 2 or 3 times a week? Lucky could say like 5 words to me and I'd be like, oh, thank you, because I'm about to lose my brain. Because he's cooling me down. He's going, Courtney, don't go crazy. He's a part of my tribe. He's a part of my team. We're going to be doing everyone's going to be doing this more. I'm using myself as an example. Because I know myself more than I, of course, know others. Everyone's going to be doing it in the small ways like that, which are actually profound ways, as Trina said it last night on Milky Way Soul Tribe. How Trina said it's the smallest things that, create the greatest results. Even to the smallest self-awareness of knowing how you operate, putting people in your life that can help you be a better person. Don't burn bridges, Courtney. Doing that, also looking at all the little details of, okay, we're going to change up our finances. We're going to implement this over here. I might have to take this one college course in like food sanitation to even become a chef, possibly. You see what I'm saying? We're going to start implementing little things. And then that's going to expand out. And then it's going to expand out and expand out to then by 2024, we're all going to be experiencing it. We're all going to be experiencing how we are bigger than them. How we, working together, I said it on a Milky Way last night. Technology just means separation to me, period. I love you all because I get to be with you. I love all the connections I've made. But the majority of technology does nothing but pull us away from the human connection. So the more they push it, the more inherent in us humans, the great beings we are, the more we're going to push back. But we're not going to push back the way they might think. We're going to push back with, no. I'm going to go talk to my cousin that I haven't seen in 5 years. I'm going to start making those human connections again. I'm going to know who I am as a human. I'm going to know what is in me. And I'm going to find other humans to help me. And I help them. That's what's going to happen. We are all going to start communicating as we always did. So we do have to go back to the old ways. Same as I was just saying. Watch the animals. Watch the animals. Some animals work really well together, some don't. And the ones that they don't, they usually stay away from. You don't see a whole lot of mice just running up to a cat to be like, hey, can you be my friend? You don't see that. So don't do that. If you're a mouse, go find some other little mice. Go find whatever you need. If you're a cat, well, if you're a cat, do you, cat. You see, and there's going to be plenty that do that too. I'm a cat. I don't need anybody. I'm just doing my thing, moving around in life. Then that's groovy as well. I'm just saying that we are going to be implementing things that bring us back to our natural state of communication and connectiveness, as more will be there to try to separate us. It's going to happen. And it's going to happen naturally and organically, and it's going to be beautiful. But we're not really going to fully understand because the experience isn't going to fully be there until 2024. And it's our time to take those dreams that we have and start making them happen. And network, talk, communicate, share, be with each other. It's how it's going to happen. If you need a couple of eggs to go make dinner, to finish dinner, go over to a neighbor's house. Do you got a couple of eggs for me? I bet you they do. I bet you they do. Why not? I don't know why that's ever stopped. I am going to end on, actually, it's a Christmas story, but it is apropos. Oh, I love you guys so much. This is a Christmas story from my own life, and I might kind of take a minute to tell it because it's a beautiful story with a lot of now looking back on, wow, the life lessons and all of that. So I believe the year was 1989. I think it was 1989. If you all, I'm hoping everybody has seen it. Bill Murray came out with Scrooged that Christmas. I think it was 1989. Of course, being from Chicago, everybody in Chicago is a big Bill Murray fan, by the way. We get him more than most. Woo, we love ourselves some Bill Murray. Well, Scrooge came out. And I believe it was 1989. And my family, we didn't have extra money to like go to the movies too much. That was not a thing we did. But it's Bill Murray. He's got a new movie. And it was a holiday movie, right? So we planned on going. And I'm going to tell you a whole lot of like little details here because it's important. And they are kind of how the story really unfolds to understand things. So we set out to do it on a Friday night. I think it was like the opening of the movie, honestly. Or maybe it was still just packed. My dad said that he would meet us there. Now, most people who watch me know that my dad had kind of let's say a drinking problem. It's not like he couldn't come home and drive with us. No, he was sitting at the bar drinking and said he would meet us there. So my mom packed my sister and I into a car and we went to the movies. And mom, as we're driving there, was like, well, if he shows up, he shows up. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Yeah, that's fine. We go in. Dad did show up. He came and sat with us. And we watched the movie. And please, if you haven't seen it, if you are maybe younger and you haven't seen the movie Scrooged with Bill Murray in it, please watch it. It's still like one of my top 3 Christmas movies. And as we all might know, at the very end, the song and we're all singing and it's great, right? Well, we leave the theater, and of course we went to the last show. And so it's like after midnight, and now there's a blizzard happening. And my dad drove separately, and I was always that young, I was always that kid that was like, well, I'm going to ride with dad. That's what I'm doing. I'm riding with my dad. And so my mom, my sister left. the parking lot cleared because my dad was the type that even if the truck was running fine, he would let it sit there and warm up for, my goodness, the longest time. And as we're just sitting in the truck, talking, hanging out, loving Bill Murray, talking about the movie, the car directly across from us hasn't moved. And guys, it is a blizzard coming. I mean, it's clear, like, oh, this is going to be one. It hasn't moved. And inside of that car was a man, woman, and their 2 kids, young like I was. And I'm going to point out they were black, and of course my father and I were white, right? There is a reason why I'm bringing that up. So my dad is noticing that he's not getting his car started. And you can't, blizzard, empty parking lot. They've already turned off the lights, guys. And this is back, nobody had a cell phone. Maybe I should also put that in the story too, for anyone who is maybe younger. There were no cell phones. So my dad gets out of the truck. And please do know, I'm a massive person because my father is even a more massive person. No matter if he's trying to be a gentle bear, he's still the size of a bear. And he walks up and, knocks on the window, hey, and says, hey, I can probably help. And it's cold. So my dad suggests, hey, the kids and your wife can sit in the truck with the heat, and the wife said, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know this crazy, huge white man, right? So I'm watching my dad try to, now they pop the trunk and I'm watching what's going on. This is actually very common to me. That's what I want to point out. My dad used to do this stuff all the time. My dad also raised me by this age. I was, 8 or 9, something like that. By this age, he had drummed it into my head so much that all people are gray. That concept that we all bleed red. He had drummed it very much into my head to never see that. And I didn't at that age. Well, my dad kind of was like, hey, this is going to take you a minute because I think I can solve this problem. Your wife and kids should really go sit in the truck. Well, the wife refused again, but she then said, yeah, okay, the kids need to go sit in the truck. So then these 2 little lovely black boys came and sat with me. Loved it. One of them, who is like a year older than me, and the other one was like a year younger than me, right? I'm in the middle. The oldest one was very angry. Very, very angry. And I didn't really understand. And then the youngest one, I swear that kid, he just was going to have a good time no matter what was going on. He started looking at everything in my dad's truck and picking it up. What's this? What's that? He was having a good old time. But I could tell the older one was angry. So I pretty much was talking to the younger one. And I'm watching my dad help fix the truck right now. And I think my dad actually came back to get some parts from the truck as well and was like, are you guys okay? Warm enough? Everything's okay? And yeah, it's fine. And when my dad left, the oldest boy went, smirked something under his breath. And I turned to the youngest one. I was like, why is he so mad at us? Why is he so mad? And the younger one was like, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He's just like that. He's just angry. Well, I couldn't leave it there. I asked him, why are you so angry? And he said, we don't need to get no help from no white man. We don't need to get no help. This was the first time I had ever realized that was a thing. and it's Christmas. And I just stopped and I went, what do you mean, white man? And this boy looked at me, and his younger brother kind of put his hand on me and she went, just leave him alone. He's angry because, dad's drunk. And I went, what does that have to do with anything? So is mine. I come from a very blue collar area. This is, these fathers are actually from the 70s. They were all drunk, right? And the little boy said, no, just let it go. He's actually angry at dad because the car's not starting. He was late. He's drunk. It has nothing to do with you being white. And they said it again. They said it again. I am a little kid going, oh my goodness, I just watched Bill Murray and some beautiful black woman singing about how we're all loving each other. And they just said it again. And I didn't understand. I didn't understand in my childlike mind. I didn't understand because I was taught human helping other human. So my dad did get his car going. And now he said, but you guys need to sit here for a minute, obviously. It needs to charge and it needs to do it. I actually think that guy needed a starter. And this was back when, you could still work on cars like this. And so he gets, the car's running. The dad comes and gets his kids out of the car. And I was like, thanks. It was great meeting you and Merry Christmas. Have fun. And the oldest one just walking away. And the little one, like, it was so much fun. You guys have great stuff. Because, of course, he's like looking at everything. And my dad gets back in the truck and we wait a little bit. And my dad said, no. The kids get back in the car and I'm watching my dad then talk to the guy. And I see him then try to hand the guy some money. And first you see the black man, the black father say, no. And then my dad's like, no, this is like, you could see the exchange. Now, did I hear the words? No. You saw the exchange. And of course, then he took it. And my dad goes back my dad shakes his hand, gets back in the truck, and he says, we're going to sit here until they pull out. And I said, that's fine. I'm thinking this is what we always do. This is what we always do. Like, this is not anything. But yet, in that night, I was learning so much. And I turned to my dad. I said, whoa, you gave that guy like money, like a 20. Like, who's got, like, you gave him a $20 bill. And my dad said, yeah. I explained to him what kind of part he's going to need to get the next day. It's only going to cost a couple of bucks, but then spend the rest of the money on getting something for your kids for Christmas. And I said, how did you convince him to take it? Because I saw him not wanting to take the money. And my dad just turned to me and he said, I told him it's what we do. And it was just left there. It's what we do. And of course, now as an adult looking back and actually having a minor in African American cultural studies, I understand much more what was going on there. But it doesn't change the fact that my father turned to me and turned to that man and said, it's what we do. It's the best Christmas story because it's what we do. Humans taking care of other humans, regardless. Faith, creed, color, race, regardless. Humans taking care of humans. And it's what We are actually going to start understanding and knowing and implementing. And it starts right now in December with the vision of what you want, how you can contribute to society, how can you be a human helping other humans. It starts right now. And all of 2023, with its distractions, with its downfalls, there will still be that beautiful conscious wave coming in through hope and inspiration and us meeting our tribes and identifying who we roll with and who we don't in this wave for when 2024 comes. We're laying the groundwork of the new earth. It's what's happening. And how easy can it be? Very easy. Because why? We are human. We are a great, beautiful race of beings. And it's what we do. I love you all so much. I really do. Happy holidays. Like I said, I am going to be here live Friday, the 23rd. I won't be reading from the Emerald Tablets, but I will be talking about more of the self pyramid that we can tap into and doing tablet Q&As that day. If you appreciate what you hear, what you get out of this, please consider subscribing, hitting that bell. I'm almost at 300, guys. That'll be great. What a Christmas gift for me. Also consider donating. There's a PayPal below in the description. And either way, be good to yourself, be good to others, and take pride and ownership and love in the fact that we do, that we just do it. It's ingrained in us. There is no separation. Until we meet again, have a good week, lovelies. Namaste.